start with this. What did we talk about last week? Let's talk about what we talked about last week. Pull out your notes from last week. Somebody raise your hand and tell me what we talked about last week. What did we talk about last week on the coaching call? What did we talk about? Come on now, don't be shy. Somebody should remember. I mean, y'all learned something last week. We did have a call last week, right? It ain't just me. Because hey, look, don't be shy now, because I will call you out. I will. Look now, don't look. I will go back to teacher in the classroom. I'll start calling you out. What did we talk about last week? Okay, well, let me start with this. We started talking about the buyer brokerage agreement. Okay. So let's start there. What do we talk about the buyer brokerage agreement? What did you learn about the buyer brokerage agreement? Edie, you're live. What did we talk about with that buyer brokerage agreement?
We were talking basically about making sure that they aren't working with another agent before we sign them up. We want to make sure that they get pre-approved. We've talked about the script as well. And poor Joanna had to go ahead and do an improv. But
That's right. Very good. So we talked about the script. Now, let's talk about a couple of things with the script. First of all of you guys are in my coaching program. Let's be very clear. Where do you find the script? Go to lutherragsdale.com. And the script is right there, lutherragsdale.com. Now, let's talk about why this script is so important. You guys know we use KV Core. I love KV Core. KV Core have like 20 different ways that you can get leads for free. Love it. KV Core also have Marketplace where you can invest in your marketing and investment in your advertising. Very, very good. Okay. Here's my question, right? Can you guys still see me? Join it, but can you still see me here?
I see you, Luther. You're still on. You're still there.
Okay, good. Okay, all right. So here's my question, you guys. Okay, KV Core have a lot of great free ways to get advertising, right? There's also a lot of paid ways that you can get advertising too. Look, I love both, right? Here's another reality, guys. You can go out and you can pay for leads. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can do Google ads, you can do Facebook ads, you can do Zillow. You can buy leads through Zillow, right? And all this stuff is good, but here's the deal. Here's the dealio. You can do all of this stuff and still end up with, right, nothing. If you do not know how to maximize the opportunity when that call comes in. Does that make sense? You can do a lot of great, wonderful things, and you can pay for all these leads, and you can do all of this stuff, but here's the problem. When that lead come in, if you cannot convert that lead, who cares? A lot of people say, you know what? I want a lot of leads. I want more leads. I disagree. It's not about the number of leads. It's about your closing ratio. So let's talk about the importance here. So you have a situation where You're out there marketing your prospecting. You guys know I always say we live in a prospecting business. So you're out there marketing, you're out there prospecting, you're out there working hard. Wonderful, right? And the leads are coming in. When that lead comes in, if you cannot master the buyer's script, you can forget it. Let me say it. He said again, is if you cannot master the buyer's script, you can forget it. That's why I always say, go into lutherragsdale.com and do what? Please, ma'am, please, sir. Download that script, memorize that script, and know that script. Why do I say that? Because here's an example. You got two different agents. One agent receives 10 leads. The other one receives 10 leads. One agent is just winging it off the top of their head, just saying whatever. They close one deal. The other agent have the script, understand the script, overcome the objections. They close 4 deals. What's better? 10% closing ratio, 40% closing ratio. Y'all with me? This business is, yes, it's about prospecting. Yes, it's about making your phone ring. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is using the script, having the script, and having a high closing ratio. The more you know the script, the better you are with the script. The more you know what to say, the higher your closing ratio. And this is sales one-on-one. I don't care is if you are in real estate sales, and that's what we are. We are real estate salespeople. The key is a high closing ratio. Make sense? Because I can get 1,000 leads. Okay, let's say I get 100 leads and I only close 1. That's not as good as getting 100 leads and closing 30. Make sense? I'll make a lot more money. So a lot of agents focus on how many leads. And yes, it's a numbers game. And yes, we want to generate as many leads as possible. Okay? But it's not about just getting leads. It's about having that script and having a high closing ratio. Okay. Now, somebody have a question here. Okay, it says Luther. Is the Red X worth it? Okay, they shot the message in the chat, so I won't say who it is, but let me answer it. The question is, Luther, is the Red X worth it? And I say yes, indeed, yes. Okay, and I have questions all the Luther, should I use the Red X? Luther, should I do Facebook ads? Luther, should I do Google ads? Luther, should I do postcard mail outs? Luther, should I do email marketing? Luther, should I do text messaging? And my answer always is yes. Oh, that's good. Now, I have learned from coaching so many agents is different strokes for different folks. What's good for one agent might not be the best for the next. You guys know my story. Back in the day, before I started my YouTube channel and all that, I was doing live TV programs. I was on radio. I was on TV. That was wonderful for me at that time. Now I don't do TV so much. Now I am very, very heavy on YouTube. My point is, TV was good for me at that time in my business development. TV wasn't good for all of the brokers out there. A lot of brokers could not afford TV. A lot of brokers wasn't on my level. You with me? So it's different to have a prospecting plan for an agent that's brand new compared to an agent that's been doing this for 15 years, right? So it is very hard for me to answer that in this setting, but the answer is the Red X is very, very good. It's great. And for the right agent and the right business plan, I think the Red X is absolutely wonderful. Another question that just came in said, Luther, how much time would you spend on a lead that says that they have 2 other agents sending them houses? I say a day or 2, but maybe I need to spend more time convincing them I am the person they should work with. Again, tough question, right? And I don't have all of the answers. Excuse me. I would ask more questions to really be able to answer that. For instance, when I started off in the business and I was doing some commercial deals, I was doing some investment deals, I really didn't fool with a client that I had 2 other agents, but sometimes they would want, especially investors, they would use me and use somebody else. If it's $1 million deal, $500,000 deal, I am new to the business. I want a closing. Look, a $500,000 commission check is nice, right? I might spend some time investing in that. If it's, property in Macon, Georgia, I live in Atlanta, Georgia. It's an hour drive. It's a 2-hour drive. And they're looking for a $35,000 house. And they want me and 2 other agents to spend time sending them properties. I don't know if I'm doing that for a $35,000 house. $350,000, $400,000, $200,000, maybe. If I'm a new agent, I'm trying to get into the business. I'm trying to get some closings. You know how it works. Mama needs a new dress and baby needs some Pampers. I might do it brand new. More experienced agent. I already got leads. My business is very developed. I have a nice prospecting system. I have a nice prospecting machine going on. Me send you properties and you're already dealing with 2 other agents. I have so much to do. I already have a very experienced business. I have a nice referral base. I have a lot of prospecting. I might not have time to invest in sending you properties, and you got 2 other agents sending you properties as well. Then I may say, look at my credentials, look at my background, look at what I'm bringing to the table, deal with me, or unfortunately, I can't help you. Again, business decision for each agent. So it depends on how long you've been in business. It depends on your goals. It depends on where the property is at, where it's located. It depends on the sales price of the property. Too much for me to answer, right, in this one short training, right? So the answer I would give is possibly. Okay. I have another question, another hand up. Yes. Tracy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tracy. How are you, Tracy?
I'm doing good. I wanted to find out, do you recommend, it's like companies that you could partner with, as far as some is like a rent to own, but you still get the full commission, but it's more like they buy the home for the client and you're the agent, but you have to partner, but your license is still with Platinum, I believe, and you partner with them and you still work with clients. Do you recommend that?
Well, first of all, you had $1 million statement when you said my license stay with Platinum, I believe. We got to figure that out first, I believe. Because if you ain't going to be with Platinum, I believe we ain't. But But let me say this, and Tracy, excellent question. And this is what I always say. Once we start dealing with property management, once we start dealing with rent to own, once we start dealing with lease to own and those type of things, those are specialty areas. Those are specialty type of deals, right? That rent to own market, that's a monster of its own, right? It can possibly end up being lucrative for you, but that's the kind of deal I'm a kind of in or I'm a kind of out. So is if, we was on a one-on-one coaching call, I would look at your entire business, your entire focus and what you want to specialize in to see if this would fit into your business plan. And that's an excellent question. And I want to make this point to all agents, right? All money isn't good money, right? And you can have a lot of opportunities come your way. You don't need to do everything, right? Let me give you a perfect example. Property management can be the biggest headache that God ever made for real estate professionals. Y'all with me? It's very, very little money and a whole lot of headache. I love to manage properties for myself, right? I love to manage properties that I own. Managing properties for other owners can be the headache from hell, right? So my point is, lease to own, property management, those type of things is a specialty I would advise you to be in or to get out. So it all depends on your business plan and your goals. Now, if you say, Luther, I am getting leads through Op City and I'm going to do a lease because Op City takes you from an inexperienced agent to an experienced agent once you close 3 deals. And if you say, I'm going to lease a property through Op City as a strategy to go from an inexperienced agent to an experienced agent, and this is a part of my strategy to develop more business with Op City, I say, yes, go for it. It sounds like you were saying, this is a totally different business, totally different opportunity. And the first question we have to ask ourselves, Tracy, is this a business model that I really want to get in? So when you say, I can have my license with Platinum, I believe. When you say, I think this, I think that, the first thing I would recommend is contact the company, get all the facts. What's really required? What type of income? What's the good, bad, and the ugly? Once you know that, see if that matches up with your original business plan, with your original goals. Never change your goals for an opportunity. I want to say this again. This is huge. Never change your goals for an opportunity. The opportunity should match your goals. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. Okay,
right?
Thanks.
Right. As I had I just say, oh, I have an opportunity to sell a house in New York. Luther, do you think I should get licensed in New York? No. You need to just do a referral. Send that to some agent. So don't change your business plan. Start trying to get licensed in New York off of one deal. Yes, it's an opportunity, but don't go trying to fly to New York and show properties. No, your goal, your basis is right here in Georgia. That's your goal. The opportunity is New York. Don't change your business plan for the opportunity. The opportunity needs to meet your business plan. So yes, I will make some money in New York. I will do a referral. Some other agent in New York closes the deal, and then they give me 20-30% or whatever we do, or whatever we agree on. But I'm not redoing my entire business for an opportunity. So Tracy, this opportunity that you're dealing with needs to fit your business plan. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Got
Yes.
it?
Yes. Thank you.
Excellent question. Excellent questions. If you have any other questions, you can raise your hand or shoot it in the chat. But excellent questions this morning. Great, great, great. Okay. So let's jump back in here really, really quick. So we're talking about, right, the buyer, excuse me, the script. So you're doing prospecting, you're doing marketing, you're doing advertising, some of it free, some of it's paid for. You want a return on your investment. The way you get the return on your investment is maximize that script. I tell everybody, listen, don't spend 1 red cent until you have maximized that script. Agents always say, Luther, how much money should I invest in advertising? 0. How much should I invest in prospecting? 0 until you are comfortable with that script. Because that phone can ring all day. But if you don't know what to say, doggone it, forget it. All right. So this is what I want to do. Last week, we did a role play, and the role play that we knocked out last week, we dealt with if a person contacts us, and if they're doing financing, we did a role play. Ms. Joanna Miles did an excellent job, and we were dealing with financing. Today, I want to take that same script. Now, you guys, instructions last week, right, was to get in that script and know that script. So I expect all of you guys to know the script. This is what we're going to do today. Today, we're going to say, okay, I'm going to pick on Joanna again. We're going to say, Joanna, listen, this time, instead of us doing a role play as if the person was getting finance, let's do a role play on if it's cash. Because listen, cash is different than financing, right? When that client calls, okay, you got all these Google ads out there, you got Facebook ads out there, you're doing email marketing, text messaging, you were just all over social media, you're doing all of this great, fantastic prospecting, and the phone rings. If that person says, I am going to use financing, we talked about that at our last meeting. If they say, hey, we are going to do cash, totally different monster. You with me? So, Miss Joanna Miles, where are you at, Miss Joanna Miles? Speak.
Hello.
Speak. Miss Joanna Miles, how are you, Miss Joanna?
I'm doing great this morning. You doing good?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So I'm going to pick on you again. Here we go, Joanna.
Wonderful.
And everybody that's in my coaching program, you guys know I love role play. And I love the role play, and I get such a kick out of being the client from hell. I just love it so much. I know I shouldn't be like that, but I am. Well, here's the deal, though. Here's the deal, you guys. When we role play, you guys learn. And when we role play, if you can do it with me, you can do it with any of them, right? So here we go. Joanna, me and you.
Let's do it.
I am your buyer. You got advertising all over, Joanna. And I see one of your great marketing advertising pieces. And I'm calling you as a buyer lead. Now, Joanna, you know your script. You're a platinum agent. You know the script. You have graduated through the coaching program. Congratulations, baby. You did such a great job. So now you are a graduate of Luther Ragsdale's coaching program. So Joanna, here we go. You have a buyer calling you. And this buyer, you don't know it yet, but I'm going to give you the tip. It's going to be paying all cash. Joanna, ring, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Joanna with Platinum Real Estate. May I help you?
Yes, how are you? What's your name again?
My name is Joanna Miles with Platinum Real Estate.
Hello, Joanna. How are you? I seen one of your ads, and I'd like to go see a house.
So you saw one of my ads? Where did you see the ad?
You know what? I don't remember. I was bounced around Google, and somehow I just got on your website. And I just kind of got on your website, and I started searching for some houses. And I have one here. It's 1247 Elm Street. And I would like to go see it in the morning. I am free like at 10:30. Can you please show me this house?
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to do a one-on-one free consultation with you to show you the property, but I have a few questions to ask you before. Would that be okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so you're looking to purchase the property, but are you looking to purchase as an investment or as a personal home?
On this one, I think I'm going to purchase it. It's my personal home.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, so what type of property are you looking to purchase? Like how many bedrooms, bath?
I think I would like 4 bedrooms, 3 baths.
Okay, that sounds like a nice house. Are you currently working with a real estate agent right now?
Yeah, kinda. I've been I have I have a guy, and I went on his website as well. And so I talked to him actually right before I talked to you.
Okay, so but have you signed an agreement with him?
No, I haven't signed nothing yet.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. So are you planning to purchase your property with cash or financing?
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to be able to possibly buy it with cash.
Okay, that sounds great. So how much capital would you like to invest in this property?
You know, I don't know exactly. It all depends on how much money I end up getting.
Okay, so we have a strategy that we use, and it's to help you. Well, when you purchase your property, we always like to submit a proof of funds statement with every offer. It makes it stronger. So our proof of funds can be anything such as like a bank statement from the internet or a draft that shows the amount in the account. So could you provide that for me?
Or you want me to give you my account? Oh,
Now,
no.
now listen.
No.
Now listen, you can.
Oh, it's thieves out there. You're gonna take my social security number. You're gonna take all my personal information. Oh, boy, I don't know you. I haven't never even met you.
Now,
Luther,
listen.
Oh, Joy, you tripping. Oh, you want my social security number stuff?
No, now here's what you're gonna do.
Sound a little shady. Sound a little shady, Joy.
It does sound shady, don't it? But here's what I'm gonna help you out with that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna black out all that information. You'll black out your social, you can black out your address, you can black all that, the personal information out. And then when you send that over, really what I'm seeing is your name and what's in your account. So any of the personal information I won't get.
Oh.
So you can, so you can fax that or you can email it to me. What would be easier for you?
I could probably fax to you.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will send you over my my fax number. Okay. And then you could fax that to me. And once I get that, then I promise you that's going to make your offers. Once we look at these houses, you might like the very first one, and we're going to put in that offer, and it's going to make it much stronger with this proof of funds.
Oh, so you got to have the proof of funds, the fact that I have the money, because that's going to help us when we put in an offer.
That's right. And plus it'll help you decide how much you do want to invest in your next property as we're looking for the property.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay, so what I'd like to do now is let's go ahead and schedule that free consultation because I want to give you a chance to get that together, and you can send it over to me, and then we'll have that consultation, and then we'll be ready to move forward with finding you that property. So would I have some time available on Friday, either morning or afternoon? What would work best for you?
We can probably do, what's today? Monday? No, today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday. We can do Friday morning.
Friday morning? Okay, let's do 10 o'clock. Will that work for you?
10 o'clock Friday's fine, yes.
Okay, and would you rather do it on Zoom or would you like to meet at Starbucks?
No, let's do it on Zoom. No, let's do it on Zoom.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will send you over the Zoom link and any information that you need from me, but with my business card, and then we will certainly meet up on Friday and we'll have everything going. And I'll check back with you about your proof of funds just to make sure that everything's good and you don't have any questions.
What if that house is gone though? Because I understand it's a real hot market. I understand it's a really, I mean, what if that was gone?
It really is. And so what I suggest you do is as soon as we get off the phone,
right,
go get your bank statement, mark out all of your personal information and fax that over to me. And then as soon as I get it, I'll call you back and maybe we can reschedule. But as soon as you get that proof of funds in, we can move forward.
All right, that's fine. That's fair enough.
All right. Well, I'll be talking to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right, you guys. So give Miss Joanna a real big hand. Great job, Miss Joanna. Now let's talk about some strategy here. Let's talk about some key things so we understand the script. When a buyer calls us, typically, especially in this environment, they've already been to our website, some website, Zillow website, Georgia MLS website, FMLS website. Typically, they want to see a house, right? Do we want to show them a house before we, one, if it's cash, if they say they're paying cash, one, proof of funds, right? Or two, we have to get them to the lender. Now, last week, we talked about getting them to the lender, and I just want to recap. If we're going to the lender, we want to do a three-way call, put them on the phone with the lender, and we want to get them pre-approved right then. If we are talking cash, we want proof of funds as soon as possible. Fax it, email it. I don't care. Shoot me a text. I don't care. Give me proof of funds. Excellent job, Joanna. Don't worry about any personal information. Don't worry about social security numbers. Don't worry about bank accounts. I just need proof of funds. Now, one thing that we want to do, a couple things. Number one, we always want to ask, because here's one important part. What if the money is coming from a house that we're going to list and sell? That's one big important part that we did not mention, but I want to make sure everybody gets. In the script, we always want to ask, do you have another property that you're going to sell? Because the cash, it might, we don't know, it's coming from a property that you're going to sell. And if that's where the money's coming from, I can now have a double whammy. I can now list your property and help you find another property. That's one. The second thing, if we're doing financing, we want 2 or 3 days before we do the one-on-one consultation. If we're doing cash, I want to meet with you tomorrow, because if you really have cash, you should be able to get the information to me today, let's say Tuesday. We can do that one-on-one consultation tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Why? Because it's cash. Now, if it's financing, today's Tuesday, I might want to meet with you on Thursday or Friday, because I want you to have time to get with my lender to get pre-qualified. But If it's cash, it's no pre-qualification. There's no steps that have to need it. You just got to show me the money. That can happen today. And if you and you've already in that scenario, you've already talked to another agent, right? Joanna did an excellent job on, do you have a buyer brokerage agreement? If they have a buyer brokerage agreement signed with another agent, there's not a lot I can do with you, right? And let's talk about how we deal with that. If they say that I have a buyer brokerage agreement with somebody else, we don't want to say, oh, really? You got a buyer brokerage? Oh, well, you know what? Forget you, click, buy, whatever. Right? No. Here's what we want to do. I would recommend that you continue to work with that particular agent because legally they have a buyer brokerage agreement, so they have a fiduciary responsibility to, represent you. Unfortunately, I cannot. I would recommend that you use that agent. If any time though that don't work out, if you have any questions or comments or any concerns, please tag me. I will be more than help you. I will be more than happy to help you. Have a great day, right? We don't want to come off as, well, you got to buy a brokerage agreement with somebody else. Well, forget this, right? Forget this. Don't call me back. Waste my time. We don't want to come off like that. That's not as professional. Okay. So Joanna did a great job. They don't have a buyer brokerage agreement, but let me make this point though. In that role play, the client said, hey, I have talked to somebody else. That's what we have to be very sensitive about, because in this market right now, this little thing called a cell phone is a monster, because I can go through the entire Georgia Real Estate Commission real estate agent database with this thing called a cell phone, right? I can go from website to website to agent to agent. That's just the truth. That's just real talk, right? So what I have to do is simply this. I have to say, listen, let me get in front of you as soon as possible, right? So you don't go somewhere else. The other powerful thing we always want to do, and I know it's role play, so Joanna would have done this, but we always want to exchange information, and we always want to encourage them to go to my website. Go to my website. I have a personal website, lutherragsdale.com. Continue to search properties. Please bring your top 3 properties to our one-on-one consultation. So I'm keeping them on my personal website. I don't want them all on Zillow and realtor.com and some other agent website. I don't want that. So I want to exchange information. I want to direct them to my website. That's why my website is so powerful. Every agent, you should have a personal website, right? Direct them to your website and say, search this one website between now and the time that we meet. Why? Because I want to stay in front of your face at all times. Then I want to let them know I have both Georgia MLS and FMLS on my website. Okay? Search my website, find 3 properties. Listen, did I say 30 properties? Did I say 45 properties? Did I say all of, Fulton County properties? Because you know what they'll do. They will show up like, here's all the properties that I found, right? I have found all of Fulton County properties. And you're like, we're not seeing all of them. But I want to encourage you to go to my website, and I want to show all of the value of my website. Go to my website in between now and when we meet, and let's do this, okay? All right, good job, Joanna. Good job. That's my girl. She did a good job. Wonderful, wonderful. So proud of her. She's come such a long way. My goodness. All right, you guys, questions, anyone? Raise the hand. Chat line's open. Raise your hand. Any questions or comments? Questions, comments at all? Questions, comments? Let me check my chat line.